Speaking of FEMA, you've been criticized for saying we don't need FEMA, but all they do is confiscate guns at Katrina. That's really not the federal government's job, I guess. But you were asked by reporter Robert Wanek a few weeks ago in Iowa about the H.R. 645 National Emergency Centers Establishment Act, and you said, yeah, that's their goal. They're setting up the stage for violence in this country, no doubt about it, responded Paul. Sir, in conclusion, what did you mean by that? Who are they?
Well, I'm not even sure I recall that exact conversation, but, you know, the FEMA's in charge of all emergencies, so whether it's a natural disaster or whatever, they're in charge of our land. They're land planners, they're economic planners, and they're planning for any provision, and I think the establishment, the people in Washington, both Republicans and Democrats, know history just like we do, that you can have breakdown of law and order. So the people, unfortunately, will be begging for a stabilization, and they'll be inviting the federal government to come in to stabilize things. So I think they're making plans along those lines to how they take care of a problem when there's a breakdown of law and order.
And they'd like that power grab.
That's their goal. It's all about power.
Congressman Ron Paul, RonPaul2012.com, sir. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Okay, Alex. Good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you. There goes Congressman Ron Paul, ladies and gentlemen. And I always feel guilty when I call up and get him on the show because I happen to know how hard he's working. But there he was, and that was definitely a powerful interview. Wow, that is the real deal. Perfect constitutional voting record. You claim you're an American, you claim you stand for America, that's it. In fact, I really have to agree. I admire Ron Paul more than anybody else out there alive, unless you're talking about my dad or somebody or my grandpa's. But politically, he's it. And if you want founding father material, who was it? Lou Rockwell said, we haven't had something like this since the time of Jefferson. He has never compromised. He works 18 hours a day, admittedly sleeping less than 6 hours. He might take off, I've been told by a lot of folks that know him more than I, 1.5, maybe 2 days a month. All the rest of the time, stoic research, radio interviews. All he does is exercise for 1 hour in the morning. He doesn't even hardly eat anything. I've been at events when Ron Paul's, he doesn't eat. He barely sleeps. And you can see it in his face. You've got to pray for that guy. I mean, that's why he gets demonized and attacked, and the COINTELPRO says he's not real. You're not real. You're scum. You're filth. You work for the globalist. We'll be right back. Stay with us. You don't need me to tell you that humanity is in a deep crisis. Everyone can feel it. We know a tectonic struggle is now taking place between the forces of freedom and those who love darkness, bondage, and enslavement. Yes, my friends, evil is rising. But take heart. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Recently, New World Order operative Hillary Clinton admitted they're losing the info war.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
The globalists are scared. They've overreached. The future of the info war is in your hands. Join PrisonPlanet.tv. Download the thousands of special video reports, ebooks, and more, and get them out to everyone you know. Continue to spread the word about the broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and every other globalist propaganda platform. We are going to use their system against them. The info war now goes into high gear.